From the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus rejoiced in the Holy Spirit and said, I give you praise, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, for although you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned, you have revealed them to the childlike. Yes, Father, such has been your gracious will. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. No one knows who the Son is except the Father, and who the Father is except the Son and anyone to whom the Son wishes to reveal him. Turning to the disciples in private he said, Blessed are the eyes that see what you see. For I say to you, many prophets and kings desired to see what you see, but did not see it, and to hear what you hear, but did not hear it. The word of the Lord. Virtue for Advent. Humbled trust. This meditation invites us to reflect on how God brings His kingdom into the world and into our hearts. For generations, prophets and kings longed to understand God's plan. Even after the throne of David stood empty for centuries, God remained faithful to His promise. From the line of Jesse, He would raise up a new king whose reign would never end. Isaiah foretold that this Messiah would rule, not by human power or force, but by the Spirit of the Lord resting upon Him in fullness. Jesus is revealed as this Messiah King, anointed with divine wisdom, understanding, counsel, strength, knowledge, and reverent fear of the Lord. Unlike earthly rulers, He establishes God's kingdom through self-giving love. By offering His life on the cross, Jesus defeats sin and death, overcomes the power of evil, and opens the way of reconciliation for all people. God's plan of salvation is universal, extending beyond Israel to every nation. Through Jesus' death and resurrection, we are invited to live in hope, confident that He will return to establish fully His kingdom of righteousness and peace. Jesus' prayer of praise to the Father teaches us something essential about God and about ourselves. God is both Lord of heaven and earth and a loving Father who cares deeply for His children. Yet this prayer also contains a warning. Pride can blind the heart. Pride closes us off from God's wisdom, while humility opens us to truth. Jesus contrasts pride with childlike simplicity, a posture of trust, dependence, and openness before God. Humility, often called the queen of virtues, is the soil in which God's grace can grow. While pride is the root of sin, humility allows God to act freely in us. God does not withhold Himself from the humble. Instead, He pours out wisdom, grace, and joy upon those who seek Him with trust. True happiness is found not in power or achievement, but in knowing that we are loved by God and that our names are written in heaven. Above all, Jesus reveals that God desires a personal relationship with us. Through Christ, we can truly know the Father, not merely in ideas, but in love and friendship. Advent calls us to renew this humble trust, to approach God with simplicity of heart, to let go of pride, fear, and self-reliance, and to welcome His kingdom as it quietly takes root within us.